Yeah, just want to thank the fans for sticking with us that late. Just wanted to work on our fitness a little bit with all these games coming up. Build a good base of fitness. Now, credit to Rochester too. That's a tough team to break down. Very organized. Um, you know, played a very good game. I thought they outplayed us in the second half. We were a little fortunate, to be honest. And this competition, though, it's about surviving and advancing, and that's what we did. While it wasn't pretty, I thought that the first 20, 25 minutes we were good. We had a good tempo, good rhythm to us, had them pinned in. I think if you look back to the play where they make a mistake and CJ's in with Chaco, and we don't get that one right, we foul it up. I think I leaned over to Mike at that point and said it's going to be one of those nights where if you let them hang around, their confidence grows and grows and grows, and they're a good team. So, credit to them. I thought they were very good on the night. Obviously, somebody has to win in a knockout competition, and we were fortunate. Johnny McCarthy made some big saves for us in the PKs, and survive and advance. So it's on to the next one. No one really remembers, just like last year, we didn't start out so hot either in this competition and wound up in the final. So there's always these moments that are difficult, and we got through this one.
Questions for Jim.
Jim, what can you say about McCarthy in the shootout? What's your comfort level with a young guy like that going into that?
Yeah, I mean he's obviously has a presence in there. Good size. He does well in PKs when we do them in training. It's always different though when it really matters. I thought the second one of the three saves that he had, the second one was special. That one was different level. Very good saves from him. And it was. I don't like shootouts, but someone's got to win, someone's got to lose, and I thought he stepped up, and bailed us out on a night where we weren't great.
Last year, Andrew Wenger kind of found his confidence in the Open Cup.
Yeah.
And when he would beat defenders, he'd go in and he'd make something happen. Today, it felt like he was a little bit nervous. What is it going to take for him to get back to that level?
Yeah, I mean we've had that question a bunch, and we're waiting for Andrew, and sometimes it's just. I still think he thinks too much, and he can't forget about the last play. He just needs to move on, and you hope a game like tonight would get him going. He did have some good moments, but then again, the final ball, not just with him, with everybody, has been lacking. Our restarts are no good. When we have a good service, we have terrible runs, and when we have good runs, we have bad service. So it's been a reoccurring theme. Goals are tough for us to get right now. We're struggling a little bit in that regard. So it's not just Andrew; it's everyone that needs to step up in that regard.
I saw some petulant behavior from veteran players like Moedu and Vincent O'Gara that we're not used to seeing. What do you put that down to, either from your team or from what Rochester did to get in their heads?
Yeah, they frustrate you. They're a team that's defensively pretty stingy. They've given up 4 goals all year. They didn't give up a goal to us. So again, they have a way of being compact, being organized. When you do make a move and beat them and start in transition, they take fouls. Some would call it dirty, some would call it tactically smart. I thought that they're a good team, and they frustrated us. So, have to keep our heads. I thought the referee did a good job, but I think it took a while to give a yellow. There was a lot of little things that kind of added up. The tackle on Ray was a tough one. I just think that was a tough one for them all to keep up with the play because it was such a far away from them, and happened so fast. So, different things that lead to us getting frustrated. It was a chippy game. They fouled when things are dangerous, but they did it in a smart way. In a way that they're tough to break down. I envy what they have defensively. They're a team that is not conceding goals, and that's the name of the game. If you don't get scored on, you're not going to get beat, except on an elimination situation where it goes to PK. So it's a good team. They're a good team.
Ryan, is there an update on Latu's injury?
Yeah, obviously that hurt us from a fitness standpoint. He was the fresh guy going into the game, and to lose him that quickly hurt. I don't want to speculate. I don't think it's good because he had to come off, but we'll wait till tomorrow to get the scans and see where he's at. He got clipped from behind, and I think it wasn't so much the kick from behind, but he felt it kind of give out on him, which is concerning.
John, second row.
CJ's had a good run of games recently. Has
Yeah.
he earned a full-time spot in the starting level?
Yeah, he's done a great job for us. He works his butt off. He holds balls up. He wins flicks. He does all the little things that maybe don't show up a lot on the stat sheet. It's been great that he's been getting goals lately too. I thought he put in a good shift. I'd say collectively as a team, I was disappointed with our level of fitness, and being able to keep pushing because we have had some time off now. I know it's a hot night. It's difficult. It's 120 minutes. Sometimes it's more tiring when we have the ball so much, like we did in the first half. But yeah, CJ's a guy who I believe in, has done really well with this time, and he's a guy that MLS defenders hate playing against.
So with some of those fitness struggles and having played 120 minutes,
Yeah.
how does this affect your thoughts going to the road trip?
Yeah, I mean, I think part of the fitness is, Ray's coming back from an injury, so it's a tough one for him to push all of a sudden. He went from, 0 over the past few weeks to 120. Fef can get more fit. I think Andrew can increase his fitness. We have guys that can sustain it for bursts in games, but I want him to maintain it for 90 minutes to where, we can get to a point where we don't have to sub, you know what I mean? So again, we want to be able to play at a level of pressure that makes other teams uncomfortable for 90 minutes. I feel like we can do it in 10-minute spurts here and there in games, but we can't sustain it. So you can always improve. Every team can improve fitness. Every player can improve fitness. So when I say that, it's just a general comment. And again, a little bit of it is, yes, we played some guys that haven't been starting in Ayuk. Pfeffer comes in and Gaddis off injury. So again, it's not going to be instantly there. To lose Seba that quickly, to burn one of your subs that way was tough. So, again, fitness is something we need to work on, and every team does.
Any preference on who you play next, New York City or Cosmos?
It's going to be a fight. It's going to be a tough game. Both teams are very good. You respect both teams a lot. Both have big payrolls, so it's going to be a tough game no matter who comes in. They're both very well coached. Two tough teams. It'll be a good game.
Not in front.
Can you talk a little bit, great in the penalty shootout, but a couple of times at the end of regulation and
Yeah.
time, John came out
Right.
trying to sweep and was saved by luck or a defense.
Uh-huh.
Can you talk about that mindset and what you might say to him going forward?
Yeah, I yelled at him at the start of overtime. I talked to the team and talked about finding something inside because it seemed like we were a little gassed and needed a little life. Effer had a little tightening in his hamstring. Richie took a knock on his knee, so they were beat up a little bit. And the message was, if this was easy, everybody would do it. So again, and then I yelled at John for coming out for a couple balls that he shouldn't have, and he quickly acknowledged it and said it won't happen again. And then after he bails us out, he said to me after the game, I made up for those two mistakes. So again, this is the game. There's highs and lows. You can be the GOAT. You can be the hero. It changes in a second, and it waits for no one. So, again, this could have been a night where it's a disaster and we lose to a lower league team in our home building. But hopefully we move on now and get a little momentum in this competition, and it can be a positive for us.
Anything else? Thanks.
Thank you, guys.